Hello, Tim from Fair Play Now on the 3rd of October 2021. What a far cry it is from this time 2 years ago when I was enjoying the first day of an extended holiday in Bali, kind of soaking up that Indonesian sun and happy times galore. But here we are 2 years further down the line, and who would have known back then that we'd be going through what we're going through now. But here we are, and having seen the sister-in-law the other night, found out that my mother-in-law is lined up for her third, well, I think you can guess what, next Saturday. She's got her appointment booked for next Saturday, apparently. And I don't know, what is it with people? And you'd sort of think that people like her would be kind of looking at me and Lorraine, and yeah, because she obviously knows what our views are on this whole issue of the big V. And you'd think she'd be sort of saying, well, you know, or saying to herself, you know, Tim and Lorraine, they're intelligent people, they've got their heads screwed on, they seem to be adamantly against this thing. You know, maybe I should sort of ask them why, you know, before going and getting this thing booked up. Maybe I should just ask them why. But no, it doesn't seem to occur to them to really have any kind of in-depth conversation with us and look at the stuff that we present to them and you know, and sort of take it on board and at least listen to us. They just go with the narrative, and it's quite hurtful, really, that these people who hitherto have sort of thought that Lorraine and I are sort of intelligent, switched on people, relatively speaking, used to listen to our advice when anything kind of potentially scammy or spammy appeared. They'd sort of say to us, you know, well, what do you think about this? And you'd sort of tell them. But this time round, they seem to prefer trusting people on the mainstream media, the BBC and the rest of it, and people in suits and white coats from the government, even though it's proven that all those people are dodgy. You know, it's not like it's any kind of vast revelation that politicians are dodgy. They kind of sort of do stuff, you know, they break their own rules, they lie, they cheat, they kind of fiddle their expenses, and mainstream media, especially the BBC, aren't much better. So we all know that they're dodgy people, and yet they are all sort of, you know, trusting them when it comes to putting things into their bodies. So, and it is very disappointing. But I did see something somewhere this week, someone on a video somewhere, can't remember which one, but the gist of it is really, you know, people like us have talked to these people endlessly. They've kind of watched videos like this of mine. They've heard us telling them that the thing's not a great idea. We've sent them links. We've done this, we've done that. And there really isn't too much more we can do. And if they're just going to go ahead with this thing, the third one or whatever, or even the first or second ones, despite everything we've done, really it's God's will, and whatever fate they have is also God's will. And I think we can sort of be what's the word for it, kind of clear in our hearts that we've done our duty, we've done everything we possibly can to sort of warn them of the dangers that we've seen. And if they choose to ignore that and they choose to have this thing, and it so transpires that, yeah, there's consequences, shall we say, for them, unfortunately, or well, I don't know if it's fortunately or unfortunately, but it is God's will. And yeah, we've just got to accept God's will and kind of accept that we have now done everything we can, and we can accept whatever transpires with clear conscience. So you don't need to trouble yourself on that. Of course, I hope that we are wrong. The things that the likes of us are predicting and think that might happen, might be sort of coming and happening in future months. Yeah, let us just hope we're wrong, that we've been listening to the wrong sources. I think some of the sources that we listen to are perhaps a little bit scaremongery anyway, but is all of it? And I don't know. And I hope we just get to the other end of this winter. We're early October now. We're just going into the winter really, and I'm kind of just a two-season man really, and it's just winter and summer for me. Winter being October to kind of towards the end of March, and summer being, well, the other months. So we're just going into winter. Let's just hope we get through to the other side of it next April, May time, and that everyone we know and love are still here, and that these horrible predictions don't come true. I know I'd love nothing better than just to have a load of egg on my face and for people just to call me an idiot. Why did he believe all that stuff? I'd far rather have that than to be proved right, to be honest with you, because if we're proved right, well, you know what the consequences of that are going to be. So whatever way it is it's just God's will, like I say. So talking of sort of God, I don't really do a lot of praying. I'm kind of a bit rusty on it, to be fair, and I do believe there is a God, there is something up there or out there that kind of looks over us and sort of creates what our destinies are going to end up being. So I think it's probably appropriate just to kind of offer up a prayer now. As I say, I'm a bit rusty to all this, so I don't even know if this is proper praying, to be honest with you. But anyway, let's give it a go, shall we? So, God, I want to ask you to kind of look after everyone we sort of know and love, and we want you to look after the people who have had the treatment that you know about, and I trust that you look after them and that they won't come to the harm that many people think they might come to. Please look after them, and if you decide to take them, please accept them into heaven, because they have been tricked into taking this thing by satanic forces, and they know not what they've done. So, and they're still your children, I think. So please take them into heaven if that's what happens. Anyway, I'll leave it there, God. Amen. Thanks for listening. So there we go. I'm not really sure if that's proper praying or not, but that's the way I do it. Tim from Fair Play Now. Thanks for watching.